We had to find a place to make the show. We had made the pilot in Toronto. We had convinced the city fathers of Toronto, Canada. We, by the way, Toronto became the Hollywood of the North. It wasn't then. I believe we were the first major Hollywood company to go up there and really exploit what was going on in terms of the exchange rate and in terms of the vast talent pool that they had there. They had a terrific talent pool of crew. They were not deep. There was not a lot of people. In terms of, if there were more than 2 shows in town, forget it. But for one show, which is the only one, we were the only game in town, we had a vast pool of people to choose from, good people. And we went to Toronto. We convinced the city fathers to not tear down the dog pound, this old brick multi-story building they had. Don't tear that down now. Tear it down in 4 months. Let us have it for our location and our production center, which they did. So we went into the dog pound in Toronto and made our show there. Now, the dog pound's gone. We've now left. Movie was made. Movie went on, had a summer of post-production, went on the air in the fall. Toronto was torn down the dog pound. We can't go back there. Besides, no one believed you could make a television series at that time in Toronto. You had to make it in LA where you were close to the TV executives. So God forbid you should, try to make a show without them. So we were committed to making it in LA. So what are we going to do? We got a 6-show order to go down, to go to Fox, to go to MGM, to go to places that have studio space, assuming you can get any. And remember, not only do we have to deliver the show by March, but it's October. We got Thanksgiving coming, Christmas coming. There are a lot of major union holidays, a lot of breaks people take, and we got to keep working. And there's no, where do you get the space? And then somebody quickly figured it out. Just pro forma. This set's going to cost us $250,000. The set, the precinct set, the primary set in the show. They asked me, come up with a list of sets. What do you need? I told them, I need a precinct. I need Cagney's loft. I need Lacey's apartment. I need a Jane, the place where the 2 women get together, the toilet, where they have their meetings. Those are the sets. I get a quick estimate. $250,000 for the precinct alone. $250,000 divided by 6 episodes, that's $40-some thousand an episode, just for the set. So the costs are just, and I say, let's not do this. Let's do what we did in Toronto. Let's find a warehouse in downtown Los Angeles. And, which we did. No one had ever done this before. We were the first. And we found a place, ironically enough, named on Lacey Street. The spelling was different, but it was called Lacey. It was an old furniture factory. A beat-up barn with rats and no air conditioning and no heating for the winter and no air conditioning for the summer. It leaked, but it looked great. And in that building which we rented for, I think, $6,000 or $10,000 a month, if that. I think it was $6,000 a month. We had the precinct, which only had to be dressed, nothing built. We had Cagney's loft, which only had to be dressed, not built. The Lacey apartment, which we had to do a little building on, but not much. And the toilet set, which we had to build. The whole thing cost us less than $50,000. Divided by 6 episodes, it was dirt cheap. And we also put all our offices there. So everybody, and we put our editing rooms there. I had them build in soundproof building, little cubby holes for the editors, and a room where the sound man could take the actors off the set and dub in lines where we needed, pick up whatever looping we needed. Everybody who worked on Cagney and Lacey was there, and everybody who was there worked on Cagney and Lacey. It was a unique, special environment. We fed 3 meals a day there. We were there 5 days a week. We guaranteed the crew a minimum of 12-hour days, which meant we shot at least 12 hours, and often more. The women were there 2 hours before shooting, and usually rehearsed afterwards. So the women put in a 15 to 17-hour day. The crew put in at least a 12-hour day. And remember, when the actors got there were people there to meet them. There were wardrobe and makeup people there to meet them. There were Teamsters there to meet them. And when they left at night, there were Teamsters to take them home and people to clean up. We were there all the time.